So I got a question for you guys. So we all know that this is a leadership call. So question is, what do you guys think leadership is? I know it's a broad question. I just want to hear your input.
Helping other people out, pushing them to strive in life.
Sweet, sweet. That's good. Good. Anybody else? Ryan, what do you think leadership is?
Short answer, influence.
Ooh, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's where I was going with it, guys. So leadership, as simple form, the answer is influence, right? So that's why we do what we do. This call is really to prepare ourselves to influence the right people and influence the right way. And all of you guys are on this call not because you guys are are great at sales, but you guys have shown that you guys are good at leading by example, and you guys have potential to influence. Okay, and if you guys feel like you don't have influence, that's why we have these calls. We want to get you guys up and running in that area. Just like that 10,000 hour rule. If you want to perfect or be an expert in anything, you have to put in the hours, right? So you guys put in the hours in terms of sales. You guys, developed in that area. You guys have grown in that area. Now the next step is leadership, is influence. Okay. So we're gonna have a few speakers talk about influence and leadership and the big picture. So, thank you guys for hopping on and being on time. So we have Mr. Stephen Heng that's going to speak today. He's going to go over a bigger picture along with Dre. These guys been, leading their team by example, developing and building their team. So we want to have them speak. So Mr. Stephen Heng, you're on.
Alrighty, guys. So thank you so much for letting me speak on this call, on this video call. Nice to see you guys' faces. Just want to let you guys know just what Ryan said, influence. Another thing that I would say is sacrifice. Sacrifice is a big thing just because sometimes your leadership involves you putting your hours in. And sometimes when your guys are ready to go and, it's your days off, you really don't have a day off. Your days off is really you working with your guys, you growing your team, and just be honest with you, it feels good. It feels good to have no days off because everybody knows that no days off actually pays off. It makes you even have a shorter span of actually working. You're always working, but that span of time is actually you work less, but your results have a way more outcome, more increase of results. So hopefully you guys understand. Okay, my basic topic today is the bigger picture. I've always brought it up to a lot of people as example as McDonald's. McDonald's has types of parties that own McDonald's. One is corporate, and one is the franchisee, the people who invest in McDonald's. The thing with McDonald's, guys, people spend, I believe, $100,000 to even start off with, just for the name, just for the brand to represent McDonald's. And McDonald's, you can't just walk into McDonald's and say, you know what, I want to own a piece of your company. I want to represent McDonald's. I want to own a store. No matter how much money you got to go through certain classes. You got to go to McDonald's University to actually go through the certain structure and steps to actually own a McDonald's. Plus, you got to pay that money, right? You got to pay that money to represent the brand, all those great things. The cool thing about our business, guys, we don't need your money. It's not like Ken and Andy is asking me for $100,000 that I don't have to give to them to even start up a business, to even start up working. We're not asking you to pay for these polos. Stefan and Ken and Andy been hooking us up with these polos. That's amazing. They're not asking for a single penny. A lot of these recruiting and building and all this help that Ken actually wakes up more, he's not asking you to pay him a gas or a fee to be at the office waiting for us to get materials or printing paper. They're not asking us to pay for it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Other companies require you to put a set amount deposit down to represent their brand. And in this business, how we pay to represent the brand is just our time in the field to understand the product, understand the master our craft, the time in training our guys and gals to make sure they understand compliance, they understand how to sell the product, how to make sure you represent the brand the right way. And the biggest thing, guys, the biggest thing I would say on as a benefit for us is, wow, look at the support. Look at the support on this team. I see like 10 different faces. I see like 20, 30 people on this call that's leaders. And the bigger picture of this is to run your own business, is to run your own team. Why? Because I've been doing this for a long time, and just being honest with you, I don't want to keep on doing it. I'm not here to work in the field. Some of you guys are. Some of you guys is here for a paycheck. Some of you guys here just for a leadership pay, leadership increase. For me personally, it's not my goal. It's not my. I didn't wake up when I was younger to have a dream to be a DirecTV owner or DirecTV partner. My dream was to do more of be a lawyer, be a doctor, own some properties. That's my dream. But every dream needs capital and time. And this is my Ferrari. This is my vehicle to actually get to my goal and dream in life. This is what's going to free up my time by building a team. And of course, with this business, this is not a get rich overnight scheme. We all know we work hard, we grind it out. Some days are harder than others, but this is the vehicle that makes you stronger. You know, whatever flaws you have, this will actually challenge you as an individual to grow and to be a better individual. So for me, the bigger picture is to really help my guys get to leadership, my leaders get to team leaders, and my team leaders get to partner. If you guys seen, you could give prime examples: Stefan, Ken, Andy, Dre, G Money, a young individual, Mo, that's young and really making a big batch, making a lot of money coming inside. And it's crazy, it's beautiful that the bigger picture is not just revolve around money or just growth. It involves helping people out. Ken actually helped me out when on my lowest of times, where I got rejected from McDonald's, talking about McDonald's. I didn't even get accepted to McDonald's. I'm a high school dropout, and I'm proud to say that because, you know, I really make a lot more money than a lot of people that graduate college. So that's exciting for me to say. But the bigger picture to you guys is your why. Why are you doing this? You know, are you just here for a position? Are you here to have power, that you are a leader? Are you here to really grow your situation? Maybe it's family. Maybe it's your finances. Maybe it's your freedom. I don't really know what's your why. But I know my why, just to share with you guys, is I'm not here to work 8, 10, 40, 60, 80 hours a day. I'm here to work because I'm always going to be working, but I'm not here to have low results. I want to be able to have a big impact where I'm working by calls and helping you guys get impacted, or make sure you guys understand your why and get paid from it. That's my why. I want to be able to have a financially sound, you know, business with my kids, to actually have something to pass along to them. I want to be able to be on vacation and still make money. That's my why, and why I do my business. I don't understand your why. Maybe it's to fix up your car. Maybe it's to move out of your place. Maybe to support your mother. Maybe to buy a house like Dre. Maybe your why is way bigger, like Ken, is buy an island, right? So I don't know what island Ken's gonna buy, but I feel it's gonna come true, because it's crazy how his business was evolving, helping others to accomplish your dream. And I love it that I'm helping Ken buy his island. I love to see Andy freaking kick ass and just everything he does. I love seeing the team grow, because when they get paid, the more they get paid, I get paid. Okay? And some of you guys tend to forget. some of you guys are focused on the wrong different things and not focused on the money that's here right now. This is your bread and butter. This is my bread and butter. You hear me talk about this and excited about different things, but my bread and butter is this business. My bread and butter is to train these guys and get them going and try to let them understand there's so much money involved in this business. Whether you know it or not, I'm gonna let you know that, hey, at the end, and I'm sorry guys, I'm more of a straightforward, I'm more of a straight shooter than I don't really just comfort you and tell you everything's gonna be okay, you're gonna be amazing. But I'm just kind of disappointed in a lot of things. And I challenge you guys as individuals to be kind of not satisfied. The glass is half empty. And why am I saying this? It's because a lot of you guys built a team before. A lot of you guys had massive production, had massive success, but you're kind of slow on the time. Time is ticking and you're slow. How many of you guys became leaders and your production dropped? How many times are you guys said, hey, I trained a team and I trained a guy, or it wasn't right for him, or he sucked, or he just quit himself, and now you feel that, oh, you know what, I'm gonna stay stagnant, I'm not gonna do nothing about it. And that's sad to hear, because I'm assuming Stefan went over like 300 400 guys to find his right ones, to find his G-Money, to find his Moles, and Drave, he's going to see Ryan, and Ryan's doing good, Rudy's doing good, and these new people, these new leaders, these new influencers are kicking your butts. They're just whooping it. They're whooping it, and some of you guys are way more talented than me. You guys used to kick my ass, but the thing is, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not. You could be the top high roller. You could be almost getting promoted to partner, but guess what? Now you're not. So are you just gonna go back, cry, sad, go find a different thing to do? Maybe, but it just gives us more freedom and more understanding that you wasn't here to even begin with. And I challenge you guys. I challenge you guys to really think and dissect your goals and why you're here. Is your 2020 goals just out in the mist? You're not here for your goals no more. All the things you wrote on that new hire paperwork, on how much you want to make, what you want to do, what's your influence in life, your why, that just disappeared. For me, I've been doing this for over 10 years, and I've been on my highs and lows, from being the best squad to being the lowest team, to me having 0 people on my team, from 10 to 15 to 7 to 5 to 0, and that stock market just crash of IMS, right? It's just crash. But are you a believer in your own company? Are you a believer in yourself? Are you the individual that is trying to get ready, or you been ready like Stefan? Are you an individual who's been ready? He's not worried about this problem. He's not worried about the loose fat weight that's dropping off. He's worried about the strong individuals that he's going to build up. You hear it all the time when he's talking about leveling up, doubling up. Are you the person that's not doubling up? Because a lot of people on these calls are doubling up. A lot of these people on this call is motivated. They're inspired. They're influenced. They're influencers. They're leaders. But every leader needs a following. That's why you're a leader. If you don't got a following, or you're not even trying to establish a following, you're not on video because you're scared you're in your pajamas, I'm just letting you know. I challenge you. I challenge you just because I like you. I like every individual on this call. Why? I create a relationship with you. I created a bond with you that I feel that I must tell you. If no one wants to tell you, you fucking up. Sorry for my language, but you're screwing up. You know how easy it is? I got 2 young guys, barely turned 18. One work at Del Taco, one's his first job. They're working Friday. They're working Saturday. They're working Sunday. They're working Monday. They not even waiting. They're like, hey, can I go to my follow-up? Can I go and go give, and I want to get promoted. I want to They never went out of state. I threw out a Miami bonus to see Vivian and her team. And these people are like, yeah, we're working. We're not even stopping. They came back to see me at 8 o'clock to ask me more questions. I'm like, God damn, they be coming again. I'm like, you serious? You coming again? You coming again? They're like, yeah, is that okay? I was like, shit. But my job as a leader is to really just follow through. Are you pushing your guys? Are you pushing your team? I'm not telling you to have no life, but for me at least, I'd rather have no life or bust my butt. And really, this is really working to you. Have you guys ever done construction? My little ass done construction, and I'm shoveling metal to a bucket where they got a big machine that can just clamp it up and move it. And they want to pay me $16 an hour for 40 hours. I'm sweating bullets, right? I'm working like I'm working hard for $16 an hour. And when you were working your other previous job, you are busting your butt. You got a guy breathing down your neck, like, hey, you better step up your game. You want that dollar raise? You're breathing down your neck. You feel the steam in your neck, and you're busting your butt for a dollar raise. And over here, you're able to make a shitload of money. You're able to buy your mother's house. You're able to buy your future car. You're able to save all that money. You're able to hit your dreams and your goals with that income coming through, and you decide to lay back. This is the best time in this business. You know what we got. You know what's coming in your bank account every single 2 weeks. You know what it is. I don't need to tell you. Every single one of these people on this call right now, you're receiving it. So you're going to chill back and just collect that nonsense. You don't want to make more money. You don't want to upgrade your lifestyle. Because I'd rather bust my ass right now than have my kids take no's in the future. Just think about that. Go ahead,
Stevie,
Ryan.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So, in your law process with building a large team, shrinking down the size, what was your biggest takeaway? What was the biggest lesson you learned throughout the entirety of it?
Got you. I appreciate that question, Ryan. That's a great question. I know you guys want the secret sauce. I'm gonna tell you, the secret sauce is never be too high, never be too low. It's always be in the median. You know, always stay humble. Stay humble in the fact that you're growing your team. I don't know if you see in the background, that's Sebastian right there. He's already at my house. My sister is right here. She's waiting for a new bed to come in because I just made that yesterday. I just paid $2,000 for my bed. I know, Steve, why are you buying $2,000 bed? Because I fucking deserve it. I deserve it, right? So I'll let you guys know. But again, Ryan, to answer your question before all the chaos happened was never be too high, never be too low. If you guys don't know, if you guys wasn't there when I was on my high, I went to Cambodia and Thailand and China for 2 months straight. No work. If you guys haven't, I thought I was the man. I think I grew like 5 inches because I thought I was the man so much. So I didn't go to work for 2 months. And then 70 installs, boom, 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 went to 2 installs a week. And I swear, I was about to leave Thailand. And that's my advice for you guys. That's why I'm so hungry. That's why I'm telling the people, don't fall for my mistake. And back then, if you didn't know me, I was 18 years old. Not before my Thailand trip. It just happened like a year ago. But before, when I was 18, man, it was just, I remember when I was working nonstop. Remember when you're 18, you're trying to move out of your mother's house, trying to get your first car. How hard were you working compared to now? Okay, but hopefully that answered your question, Ryan.
Most definitely. Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, guys, and if you guys don't know, I'm all pumped up. I'm jacked up. I swear, I didn't drink no coffee. I don't drink no bang unless I'm working out. Just being honest with you, if you see me on the streets, I'm very serious. I'm not jolly. I'm not gonna just talk to you randomly. I'm very to myself. I'm very observative. The reason why I do this is not because I'm changing because I'm on this call. It's because what I have to do, how I got to cater to my guys and my team. It's sacrifices. I bring it up all the time because it's sacrifices. If I don't got a babysitter, I'm paying someone to babysit my kids. If I don't got a babysitter, I don't got no money, I'm calling my sister, I'm calling my brother. I'm finding every solution on how I could fix my solution to work. Because a lot of us could make any excuse. Oh, it's raining. Oh, I got no babysitter. Oh, I got no car. Well, hopefully Vivian, hopefully you guys, if you guys don't know Vivian, she just moved to Miami and she ain't got no car right now. She's paying someone $500 a week to work. And she's been whooping butt all day, all week. So if you guys don't know that other people are going through the same problem, it's called life, right? Then you need to ask people on this call. You need to ask the partners on this call what they're going through. And I guarantee you, they have more problems than you. Now your problems all of a sudden shrinks. And they're like, whoa, that problem, that's why we as individuals and the millionaires and the billionaires, they're solution providers, right? They don't need that little problem to dictate their future or their plan or their blueprint for success. They're making every problem become a solution. If there was easy, everyone would be doing it. I told Carlos had a deal. Before to hit leadership, he was one behind from leadership. I said, Carlos, I'm being honest with you. We're having a call on Monday and you're not gonna get promoted. And Ken told me, hey, you're speaking because Carlos is getting promoted, and you're not getting promoted. I'm gonna let you know, there's no favoritism here. It's results based. Being honest with you, you're one behind. You're not getting promoted. He says, what? I'm not getting promoted? I said, yeah. You need to do something about it. And he says, I'm working Saturday. On Saturday, one of his deals canceled. The barbershop he signed up says, hey, they caught me. They got me cutting hair when I'm not supposed to be cutting hair. They kicked me out. Now he's 2 behind. And he's the one who's telling me. I'm like, Carlos, you're telling me that you got another cancel, so now you're 2 behind. You got to hit your goal, right? And he says, I'm going to hit it. His guy, Jeff, is like, yeah, I'm going to help Carlos hit it too. And you know what happens? The laws of attraction. His energy's put into him hitting his goal. And he did too on Saturday. That's beautiful. And that's the reason why this is the individual I want to talk about. Young guy coming from Taco Bell. And when he first got in an interview with us and did orientation with me, I asked him, how much money do you used to make? He said $12.50. I said, why did you leave Taco Bell? He said, because the management, there was really no growth and I really want to try something new. And, I said, how much is the most you've ever made in your paycheck? He said, in 2 weeks, $600. I said, well, in this business, if you put the effort in, if you have a good student mentality, if you have a great work ethic, and you're ready to rock and roll, we could get you to $1,000. Last week, he made his first $1,000 paycheck. He was the one who actually, in the pandemic, not right now where everything's cooling down, in the pandemic, in March where everything was crawling, was it a month ago, he actually texted me when I wasn't even working. You guys can't, I'm not going out. He actually texted me and said, hey, are we still going to Memphis? Are we going on this road trip? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. In my head, I'm like, this guy is crazy. I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna stay in my bubble home with my kids. I'm not doing nothing. And he texts me like 5-6 times. I'm like, this kid is annoying. Annoying. Sorry, Carlos, but I'm gonna tell you, you were annoying. But guess what? We actually flew to Memphis. I bought his plane trip. We rocked and roll. He said, you know how much I owe you? I said, you wanna fly at this time? It's expensive right now because Memphis is not like a hot spot to go. It's very expensive. It's $325. He said, I'll do it. I said, what? He said, I'll do it. So I bought his plane trip, and guess what? He kicked butt. He paid me my $325. He paid for his plane trip, and I'm telling you now, he paid for his own plane trip. He made $1,000. He was too shy away from getting promoted. And now today, as a strong individual, a strong, I call them the Z generation, because these are the upgraded us. These are the people that motivates me. Every time I get a person like Carlos, he is that injection of like all this steroids or something. I don't use steroids, guys. I'm clean, but it's like a feel of juice coming in. It feels like, man, when I was thinking everything was climbing down and going towards downhill, you know, Carlos makes me excited to go train. Carlos makes me excited because it's that new blood, that motivation, that drive, that attitude is just impeccable. So no further ado, you know, Carlos is actually getting promoted. I told Carlos, you know, to speak a little bit what's been working for him. Carlos, are you still on the line? You're there? Can you help us explain what's been working for you and some of your goals?
Yeah, thank you, Steve. Appreciate everything you said. So what's been working for me is just thinking ahead of time. Just be like, I'm gonna hit two today. Go out there and hit two. Hit every door, just how you told me. Don't be shy. A no's a no. Nothing's gonna happen to you. No, a no's not gonna do anything to you. And actually, Jeff is actually pushing me harder because he wants to get his first deal. So that pushes me. That drives me even more. We actually have a follow back for him today. We're gonna close that deal today for him. And also, well, one of my goals is actually make 6 figures, buy my mom her first house.
Great, great, great. And how about some of your team goals and your goals moving forward, besides for your personal goals?
So for my team goals, I'm trying to make probably one of the biggest teams here, CMC.
Okay.
So probably for right now, well, everything that's going on is gonna be harder, but as soon as all this cleans up, it's gonna be way easier to get a bigger team for me. And
okay.
Start pushing people to make their lives.
Great, great, great. And if you could choose two things that really guided you to being driven and being motivated, and two things that were a little bit harder for you to understand this business, what would it be?
Well, the thing that motivated me was back then, me and my family used to sleep in a car. So I'm coming from nothing. Me and my family are coming from nothing, pushing harder. I see my mom work her ass off for about like 20 years right now, straight. Sometimes no days off, just to pay for everything that we have in this house. And that's what's pushing me right now.
Okay, got you. And that's strong to talk about that sensitive topic. So you guys heard it. He's not talking about him, guys. He's talking about his family and the acceleration and the momentum they have now. Sky's the limit. So thank you so much. Further to do, we have Dre that's gonna chime in and help us understand a little bit more on his perspective and his point of view. Dre, you there?
Hey, before you start, I just want to give Carlos a huge round of applause, a huge shout out. So give everybody a shout out to Carlos, man.
Woo! Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, Carlos.
A lot about sacrifice, and that's exactly what you did there, man. Just hearing your story, going out to Memphis when the pandemic was going on, and you sacrificed it all. You know, I'm sure you didn't really have that $300 in your pocket, but you know, you knew if you were out there, you were gonna make it happen. So that's sacrifice right there. So kudos to you, and kudos to your new teammate. You know, this guy's gonna give you new blood, so it's gonna give you more motivation. So keep up the good work, brother.
Thank you, I appreciate it, Andy.
All right, thank you, Steven. That was impactful, man. You know, I do have a question for you, Steve, before you get off. You know, what are a couple qualities that successful leaders embody, in your opinion? So, we can take some action items.
Got you. So that's a great question, Annie. The first thing I'm looking at is the student mentality. Without a student mentality, nothing is possible. The second thing I'm looking at is just you're willing to work, your work ethic, your why. Your why got to be strong. If your why is just, hey, I'm here to make money, you're probably not the guy for that's gonna get promoted. The why, and then just where you're coming from, what kind of background you have, is a big plus as well for me. So these are the characteristics, the qualities I'm looking for. And for a lot of people, if you guys are listening, that's a leader right now, you're probably thinking, I heard this before. I heard it before. I got it. I know it. That was me before. But it's so simple. Like, the business is so simple if you really just listen, and you already know the answers. You choose not to listen to yourself. There's the little bad guy and there's the little good guy, and the good guy is saying, hey, this guy's, you gotta do this, and the bad guy's like, or you rather have fun, you rather go party, you rather go do something easier, right? It's hard for you. And just be honest with you, like, if you don't listen to the good guy and listen to yourself, the one that actually knows what to do, no matter the guys in front of you that's gonna be your next partner, you're still not gonna do nothing about it. So hopefully it answers your question, Andy.
Yep, that did. Thank you. So student mentality, work ethic, and your why.